Starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Matter of Opinions. It's your girl Des.
It's your boy Bamboo back from
We
Alabama. We about
back.
to put on a show for y'all tonight. I'm about to let y'all know what Alabama is or isn't about. But
Wait, I thought you already told. We already.
nah, there's more. This fucking more.
There's more.
Oh,
Oh, jeez. Hey Ash. Hey Chevy Man. Hey Sanaya.
yo, Shav, man, we gotta come up with a date to go out to the Dallas BBQ. Get them honey wings. Them henny honey wings.
You talking about in the city?
And we're gonna go to the one in well, yeah, in the city. We're gonna go to the one in the
Okay.
Bronx though. We're going where it got parking.
So last week, in case some of you guys forgot, I was away. I had a work retreat to go on for mental health awareness and all that stuff. And so my service was straight basura, trash, 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 trash. 99.999% of the time, I was in SOS mode. And then they had Wi Fi, but the Wi Fi was spotty and it only worked. And you could be right here. You get like one little service bar. You can't stream. You might could send out a text. Well, because I got the iPhone, so Apple users, whatever. So you might could send out a text, but if I
Nice.
move like this, I can't. I don't have a connection no more. So like this, the service was absolute trash, and I just kept thinking, please don't have no emergency out here, cause it literally was SO. I couldn't even call 911 if I wanted to, and so it was a good retreat, and I guess that's kind of exactly what you need when you're going through that. So then it forces you to kind of be present and get off the phone and kind of do all the people human stuff and let's talk and have conversations and whatever else. So it was cool. It was really good. I enjoyed myself there, met a lot of wonderful people. And then Sean went away on a work trip and he just got back today. So we're able to kind of jump right, like literally just got back from the airport, like literally just got back. So, but it was amazing. I got to meet some amazing people and creating some newfound lifelong friendships out of it. So it's good. You find out you got the thing is you think like as people, as humans, we think that we are the only ones going through our situations or like dang, like our situation is effed up or it's like a one-off situation. But then like when people start sharing their stories, a lot of our stories intertwine with each other. Like maybe your full story doesn't match bar for bar with mine, but there's a lot of pieces in there where it does match, and it's like dang, all right, that makes me feel good that I'm not alone. Like it sucks that you went through it too, but like I'm not alone. And then it's the same thing, like somebody might have been like, oh, I don't know, just a whole bunch of different stuff where all of our stories kind of overlapped, intertwined, and you never know what people are going through, and the things that they're suffering, and just smiling through it. So it was a really good eye opener and good to just kind of connect and open up and share with the people. So yeah,
Well, like I say all the time, I've been saying this forever. You never know what somebody going through. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You have no idea. People put on the fake faces and they
Hmm.
present something to you and they going through their challenges behind your back. You know what I'm saying? And they going through their own shit. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, unfortunately, and I don't take this the wrong way, people, but unfortunately, people of color have a harder time expressing their inner feelings and what they're going through because they don't want nobody in their business. You
Well,
know what I mean?
I think too, a lot of it is like again, until you start talking about these things, you don't realize like how deep rooted certain things is. So for like one, it's kind of ingrained in us like you don't show weakness, right? You don't show somebody a vulnerable side of you so that they can't get the upper hand on you because of all of the struggles that we came from. And then on top of that, it could be like little microaggressions. Like we were talking because the group was mixed between white and black, but it was actually more white than black, and they still suffered similar traumas in terms of, just like, maybe single parent household, maybe somebody got raped, maybe, whatever, just traumas, right? And so um one thing that seemed consistent in the black household that wasn't in their household is, you know, if something goes down in your house, first thing your mom says, don't be, what goes on in my house stays in my house. Don't talk about, don't go call in somebody, don't go bringing it outside in the street. It's talking about what happened in the house outside. If they don't live here, they ain't a part of what's going on in here. You are not to discuss what goes on in this house. And at first I thought it was just like a my family thing. Like that's just, something that like we did and how we were brought up. But it's very common because and these people are from all over. So it's not just like, oh, it's one area. Literally, I would, if my mom yelled at me, whatever, and I called my grandmother crying, boy, I got something to say. Like after, don't be calling saying what's going on in my house. Don't be, so, it's just, that's just one of the things that we kind of get told. You don't say nothing. You don't talk about it. You just keep going. Fake it till
Well,
you make it.
I didn't raise my kids like that at all. Like, yo, it was to me, it was always good to have a different perspective on, what I'm saying, on what I was thinking. You know what I mean? So, if they call their grandmother, what I'm saying, she know better than to call me, what I'm saying, call herself crashing out. But call me respectfully. And there's plenty times where I've just been wrong on shit. You know what I'm saying? But I take the time to think about the shit, and after a while, if I'm wrong, I'll come back and apologize. But if I'm not
Hmm.
wrong, I'm standing 10 toes on it. But like, I mean, if you're gonna tell your grandmother, you're gonna tell, auntie, you know what I'm saying? That's our community. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody wants to be corrected. Nobody wants to be told that they're wrong. And that's the
But
problem. It's like, it's
but
okay. It's
but
okay. It's literally okay.
but the crazy part about it is you can't be right all the time. You know what I'm saying? Just your emotions, just because you're emotional about something, that don't make it a fact. It just
Right?
means that you're emotional about it. You know what I'm saying? And if you get a different perspective about it, somebody from the outside looking at it could be like, "Nah, man, you wrong on this." But
Hmm.
don't just tell me I'm wrong. Explain to me where you think I'm wrong, and let's have a conversation about the shit. And sometimes I could be wrong. You know what I'm
Right?
saying? And
Hmm.
sometimes, you know what I'm saying, I'm right and I could not convince you, but I could tell you my perspective on what was going on. You know what I mean? But I
Right.
never I never raised my kids like that to keep the shit
And I
in the
think
house.
too, a part of the problem is that people like to try to embarrass other people. And so it's like, all right, if I'm wrong, you don't need to quote unquote humble me or put me on blast in front of us. This is not about, uh put this person on a pedestal and then let everybody see all their flaws. It's like, hey, let's talk, let's grow as a community. But people feel good about making other people feel less than or feel under them, feel beneath them. And so, it's just, that's just one of those things. I think people will probably feel more comfortable if people's approach was a little bit different, and it wasn't coming from a place of malice, but it was literally coming from a place of love and support. Hey, I'm not judging you, I'm not knocking you, I made the same mistake too. This is what I learned. You could choose to use this route if you want, whatever the case may be, blah blah blah, and kind of go from there. But it's just be like, oh girl, can you believe she ain't even have that baby diaper with the right size? That diaper was hanging off and the baby was peeing, it was shit everywhere and all that. Like, it's gonna be shit talking, and that's not how it's supposed to be. You don't need
Nah,
to know.
nah, it's
You
it's a way
educated
to
her.
give.
When the diaper gets to this point, up a size, go up a size. Maybe she didn't have nobody to teach her or him. So we don't need to shame somebody and make fun of them. But anyway.
There's a correct way to give corrective criticism. There's a correct way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to put nobody on blast about the shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pull you to the side. You know what I'm saying? Let me holler at you real quick. You know what I mean? And this is my thoughts on it. You feel me?
Right.
But if you crash out, we crashing out because you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I pull you to the
One
side,
plus one is two.
yeah. If I pull you to the side on some humble, and you call yourself, you know what I'm saying, crashing out, and you
Okay,
trying
we
to
we this where
make
we
us,
going.
you trying to make a scene, then hey, Black Panther Part 3, here we go. Let's get to the movie. Wakanda forever.
Listen.
I'm gonna do this to you. But at the end of the day, man, as people of color, you know what I'm saying, we got to start to learn to take corrective criticism. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? We got to start to learn to open up, you know what I'm saying, to certain people because you can't trust everybody. But it's cool to find, you know what I'm saying, one or three people that you can trust.
One or
Yeah,
three.
yeah, because outside of that, man, you know what I'm saying, it's just gossip. You know what I'm saying? But it's cool to find one or three people that you could trust, have a conversation about it. You know what I'm saying, and get everybody point of view. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I mean, you're gonna do what you're gonna do anyway. But it's always good to have an open dialogue. You know what I'm saying, with some folks and see where their mind is and see what they would have done about the situation.
Right. Now, how about you guys, Moosters? Our Mooster family, how have you guys been this past week? Anything new? Any changes? Anything good? Anything bad? Anything you guys want to talk about? Get off your chest. Feel free to either drop it in the comments or click the link, go live, and to get whatever you got to get off your chest.
Well, I'm gonna keep it 100.
Mm-hmm.
My neighbor Anne Marie, um, her son Sanjay Sticks grew up with my son, and she had a couple of good things she had wanted us to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And she wanted us to talk about the educational system, and where do we see this whole thing going, and a few other things that I'm saying
So
I
write
wrote.
it, put it down, and then we could plan for it to be on one of the lives.
So because I told her, I said, yo, listen, you call in, get on with us. You know what I'm saying? It's just not about giving us ideas, you know what I'm saying, pitching us a show. Log in, sign in, talk about it. You know what I'm saying? This way we could get what you thinking about. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but
I see my boy Trav back on days. Okay, Trav. Wait a minute. So then that means your coworkers ain't watching. Did you make sure before you switch back that they always subscribe, especially
Trav,
your boss, Ebe?
why'd you go back on days, bro? You seem
Because
like
he preferred days. He moved
you
to
seem like
tonight.
you were so happy at nights.
No, he was on demon time at night. He needed to be
Yes,
sleep.
yes,
That ass needed
yes.
to be in bed.
No,
He
he
no. You great job. I'm very happy. We gonna get business, Trav. I like that. We
Trav,
yeah yeah.
I personally, what I'm saying. Well, I haven't seen
Oh,
the new,
Ash.
I haven't
You
seen
did
the
you see
new
what Ash
picture of
had?
Trav. Yeah, I see. Well, thank you, Ashley. I
You can't
appreciate
even say
it.
Trashly.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, man. I don't know about everybody else, but I appreciate you on the
Oh
night
my
shift.
gosh.
You know what I'm saying? It's like shit. It's like twin. It's like
YN with the
twin.
switch.
Yeah,
Mm-mm,
twin.
mm-mm,
Uh,
mm-mm.
you
Listen,
feel me?
now Chronicles, I absolutely think that is a good idea. Leave the gossip in the past and have it, be mature going forward. And so yeah, I got this bracelet, right? And it says, be kind to yourself. I have to remember this because I'm very like critical of myself. I'm very hard on myself. When I tell you I am my worst critic, like I critique everything to the T with myself. I don't give myself credit for nothing. I don't like I just I got to be kind to myself because baby, I will beat myself down. Okay?
I, I
Down down.
I don't know how many times I gotta tell you and other people, man. Listen, man, it don't make sense to be your worst critic.
Well,
It don't
it's
make
not that I go in, I be like, yeah,
like,
fuck this bitch. You ain't doing this right.
man,
It's just be like, dang, all right, I could have did better. I'm not doing enough.
yeah.
I gotta do more. I gotta I gotta drive myself because I don't want to get comfortable and complacent. I need to
I've
keep growing
never
and being better, doing better. And the only way I feel like maybe, maybe there is another way. I just haven't my brain haven't told me or
man,
hasn't accepted that there is that I need to just keep Like it's all right. You can sit for a second, Queen. Put your feet up. No, I be like, bitch, what did you? We can't be lazy. We gotta. What's the next move? You finish this now. What's next? I gotta go. Gotta go. Gotta go. I'm an Aries, baby. We headstrong. We gotta go. Keep moving.
All I can say is, man, I am who I am. Who I'm not, I'll never be. I
Yeah.
don't I don't I don't even stress that
Oh,
shit
thank
like
you,
on
Ash.
some real shit. But John, man, I'm gonna answer your question real quick
The flight
because
back home was it raggedy,
oh,
smooth?
I'm gonna tell you something, man, on some real shit. Anybody that ever flew United, do yourself a favor. Don't don't
Big Aries tribe. Big
don't.
energy. You ain't figured that
If,
out.
if you ever flew United, just don't. When I tell you my flight out had a eight
The best thing that
hours
happened to you, tribe, is the Aries.
on my
Okay, eight
flight out,
hours.
I had an 8 hour layover.
I knew I vibe with you, sis. I knew. I knew it.
I had an 8 hour layover in
Coming
Washington.
back too?
Coming back, I had a 3 hour layover.
Oh, okay. That's not as bad.
No, there was a guy there on my way out. He had a fucking 12 hour layover.
But you weren't that guy. So let's just be appreciative for your
No,
layover
no,
time shortened.
no, no, no. Because listen, when you schedule shit to be like, yo, I'm gonna get to the airport at 3 o'clock. My next flight is out at 4:44 or 4:50, so that give me time to go do what I gotta do. Shit,
Parlay, get in
yeah,
there. You ain't got to rush. Get through
yeah, because
TSA.
if you check your bag in, you know what I'm saying. If you check that bag in, right, you ain't got to go through all that. It's gonna go right to the next flight. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell you, man, them delays, and then the bitch act like she was doing us a favor, like, oh yeah, we gonna check your bags in for free, bitch. I'm waiting for 8 hours. You want me to carry them around for 8 hours? But when I tell you, Washington Airport is fire.
Yeah.
That sh- that shit got
It's
every.
been a long time since I flew out of Washington. You talking about DC, right? Not the state.
No,
I'm just
we
making
was
sure.
no, we was in Washington. Nah, they said Virginia, Washington, Virginia. That's what they said.
Okay, no, no, no. You were in DC because this they call it the DMV area.
Yeah,
As
they was like
yeah, yeah. You
Washington,
were you were in
Virginia, and that
DC.
shit. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm geographically fucked up because when I got to Alabama, I didn't realize Mississippi and New Orleans and all of them was in Pensacola, Florida was that close to Alabama. I really didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Until I got
Yeah, I
there.
told you I was right next. Literally, I was Pensacola, Florida was here, and when I was in Alabama and Orange Beach, literally like literally right next door.
When I tell you, man, listen, back to my flight. Them motherfuckers don't fly United. That's all I can say, man. They give poor excuses for delays. They're like, oh, FCC regulations on this, and I ain't when I'm on vacation, I ain't arguing about shit. I'm just trying to chill. I'm trying to.
FAA.
I don't give a fuck what it is. F
Oh,
something, and they come and they you know what I'm saying, they don't want to comp you nothing. That's why I don't even ask for the shit
well, people
because
were going crazy on there was a TikTok with Spirit, and they had delayed people's flights like more than 12 hours to the next day. They didn't want to give no flight credit. They didn't want to because like some people just wanted their money back so they could just book somewhere else. They didn't want to give refunds. They didn't want to give flight credits. They didn't want to give vouchers to like stay at a hotel for the night, because typically if depending on how long the stay is, you are entitled to them putting you up in a hotel, giving you a little meal voucher and all that stuff. They wasn't doing nothing, so people started getting a little rowdy. So then they called I don't know if it was the airport police or regular police, but they called the people on them, and then they were like, hey, if y'all keep getting loud, we gonna trespass y'all, and then you can't come back to this airport. First of all, once you start getting on certain lists and all this and that, and you get landlocked, they ain't gonna want you to fly. Like that's crazy. Y'all shouldn't even. First of all, you think people gonna be kumbaya? You playing games. You got people sitting here with kids and all kind of stuff, sitting all this time in the airport, and you talking about, oh, too bad, too sad. Like you just sticking it in with no lube. Like just This
We
is crazy.
we
How you
we
think they gonna
literally
respond?
we literally had a guy that we was talking to.
They were asking for it, John.
He was
They were
he was
asking. They were saying no.
he was so calm, but he was like, man, I really don't want to get upset. He was like, man, I just lost my dad. I'm about to go to the funeral. I look like I'm about to miss the funeral. He was he was cool, calm, and collected. And with me, when I go on vacation, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to be Bamboo on vacation. I want to be Maurice. I want to be Bamboo because I could get real ignorant real quick. You know what I'm saying? I go from zero to stupid real quick. So I'm
Hmm.
just like, yo, let's just make the best of it. Let's walk around this motherfucker and do what we can do. Chevy, I hear what you're saying. That's why I would
Real
rather drive.
trash.
Yeah, Chevy, man, you drive. I'm not driving no 18, 19 hours to no goddamn Alabama and then get down there and drive while I'm down there. And while you down there, your wife ain't drive a Alabama mile. So
Wait,
absolutely,
for me personally, depending on how long I'm gonna be at like the destination is gonna determine and how the length of the trip and how long I'm gonna be there is gonna determine if I feel like it's worth me driving or not. I'm not gonna drive like you know how it takes me like 15 hours to get back home if I were to drive. Now we have to pay for 4 tickets um for me, Sean, and the kids. And so that's a lot of money, or it can be, because that start adding up quick. Then you got to get transportation from the airport to the crib. We got the car there, but like it's a lot of moving parts, and sometimes it's easier to just drive through. But if I'm only gonna be there for like a quick weekend, it's not worth me spending 24 hours or more driving. Like I lost a day and some change just on commuting. It ain't worth it. But if I'm gonna be there for like maybe a week or so, maybe two, then I'm like, all right, I'll drive. I'll spare 2 days, one coming, one going, and just leave it like that.
nah. And let me give y'all a little helpful hint. If you in Connecticut, fly out of Bradley or New Haven. The parking I paid $55 for the whole duration, the time that I was there. I left my car at the airport, shuttled in for $4. Like that LaGuardia, $480 I paid last time to park
Oh
my
no,
truck.
I go. They got a
Oh
parking app. They
God,
got a parking app, Parkwiz, right? Anytime I go into the city, I use that app, and you could use it for like just day parking or even like airport, and you leaving it for overnight, long term, short term parking, whatever. And they have all of the discount. They got the spot. So like how Manhattan, you could pay like $60 just for 2 hours for parking. I be getting there, going on the thing, and it'd be like $20 for 12 hours of parking. So like when we go there for the day in Times Square, whatever, and it'd be dumb close, literally to Times Square, a block and a half walk. And then you just drop it off the thing, and then they go and they take it, they park it, they give you your thing, you tell them a rough estimated time of when you think you might come back, so they don't put your shit all the way in the back, and you gotta come, you gotta wait, whatever, whatever. And we do our thing and just go. I download that app. That app is amazing. And then it's free to cancel. As long as you cancel, literally, you can cancel 1 minute before your reservation time. You don't pay a penny. You don't pay a penny. Like, there's no loss. There's no
well,
loss.
I could
It reserves
almost
the spot. So if it gets full, your spot is already reserved. And then we did it for the airport when we were gone and we were in DR for 3 weeks. You
LaGuardia
know how
Airport take Parkwiz.
it's outside the airport and then they shuttle you
Oh,
onto it. So we parked we were in technically I think it was Queens, like Flushing, Queens, whatever, but we were like 15 minutes maybe with traffic outside of the airport. And then we paid for 3 weeks. It was like 225 maybe with everything, taxes and all that, and it was a secured locked, that they locked, and they had an attendant 24 hours, and it shuttled us to the airport and shuttled us right back with all of our luggage and all that stuff. Listen, it's just
well, let me tell you, Ash, I'm gonna be honest with you. Driving,
I
I mean,
drives.
I'm not. I'm not even getting back into that whole why I don't drive long distance anymore. I'm not getting back into that. I just don't do it anymore. If people that's with me or around me can't afford to fly, you
If
ain't
John
coming with me.
is out
You know what I'm
here.
saying? Because I promise you, once we reached Alabama, Mika didn't drive not one Alabama mile, not on one street. Not she ain't driving
She ain't
Alabama.
park it.
Nah, no, she didn't. She didn't get in the car, and that's partially why I don't drive long distance.
But you did that. You created a passenger princess. You set that
But
standard and
and
that tone, and made you eat it.
so
Yeah.
now I got my flying freak. We gonna fly together. We gonna drive together. We gonna get down. And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Big up to Thrifty Rent a Car. When I tell you, I I swear to you, I thought the majority of the problems was gonna be with the rental car. That's what I thought. I swear, big up to
You
them
told us.
motherfuckers.
You told us it was a good.
Nigga,
Um,
when I say I got in and got out, C7, boom. I was good to go. You feel me?
she is.
But
Yeah.
when I tell y'all, do not fly United. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna fly United, get it and fly anywhere, fly straight through. All that
Yes.
stopping, laying over.
Yeah. I'd rather. Yeah. Straight
Yeah,
through. Because
so
once you on, you on, and just get me there. Once I
yeah,
land, I want to be able to get off this bitch
once I was
and
on
go
the
live.
plane, once I was on the plane, oh my God, the service was amazing.
I
You know what
use
I'm
Hertz too, John. Hertz, and I occasionally I'll use Enterprise, but I gotta get a good deal because Enterprise, their service is good, and you're gonna get good. Well, from my experience, you're gonna get good, consistent service with Enterprise. However, you're gonna pay more. Now, Hertz, their service don't be it. However, the prices be there, and they are still reliable. So if I
well,
do it, Hertz or Enterprise.
well, I'm gonna keep it 100. As long as I keep having good deals and good everything with Thrifty,
Not the TikTok.
that's that because I'm gonna be honest, I don't care. I really don't care what I drive when I get to people's city or town. I don't care because it ain't my car. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I mean, as long as the motherfucker got a motor and a
Well,
half
I
of
just
the
don't want
stuff,
nothing sounding crazy loud.
or then it doesn't matter to me, man. We had a Buick. It was a nice Buick, little soccer mom joint, but it was comfortable. It was straight. Man, listen, I had a great time. You know what I'm saying? At the airport. If you're gonna fly, go straight through. Now,
Yeah.
Alabama, on the other hand, them slave houses, man. I ain't going. Listen, I ain't going back there. Not
I
like
thought
that.
you said wait a minute. The
Nah,
last live we was on, you was so in love with Alabama, you was
I
slobbing
was,
on the knob.
I was,
Now you talking
what?
about you ain't
What?
going back.
I was saying that because I was there. Now, now
Oh
that
my
I'm Now,
god.
now, no, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Yo, like on some real shit, y'all. They made a big deal about being safe in Alabama, and it wasn't. It it wasn't giving no harm. But I'm gonna let that go, man. You know what I'm saying? Because
Now,
through the mercy of God, we came home safe. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going back to that slave state. Now, I mean,
so
I'll probably go
you
see
say
my
you're
boy.
not going back to that state is crazy.
Nah, I'm over that, man. I talked to my boy James today, man, and I told him, I said, man, Alabama to me, he was like, nah, you got to go to Birmingham. He was like, Mobile, he like, that's more country like, you know what I'm saying? He like, you got to go down to Birmingham. But I'm be honest with you, man. And let me just clear this up, and then I'm just gonna drop the whole subject. Alabama is not your state. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I
It's
knew
just,
that without
it's
even
just,
yeah.
it's just the South in general. Like,
Newark is a city in New Jersey, and that's
yeah,
where their airport is. And so that's what he means as Newark, New Jersey, and the Newark
but
airport.
like I said, to clear up shit, Alabama, you got a beautiful little state, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. But as far as it's just the South, me and the South, we just don't mix. It's just not a good mix for me. It's nothing to do. You're not gonna bowl me to death. I enjoy Waffle House every morning, but yeah, the South is just not for me. I'm a Connecticut nigga. This is where I'm gonna be. Yeah, this is it. South ain't
OMG.
in them little
Um,
slave houses. That shit definitely ain't for me. When you no.
I think I would cry. I don't know if I would want to go to the actual slave houses. We not gonna bash her, Trav, because this is what we was just talking about. She don't know. She asked. She got educated. Now she knows, and now she'll educate the next person. So she got it together. She asked, my good sis. That's what we doing. Good job. We don't have to all pretend like we know everything. So yes. Now, Trav, you was asking for them discounts, but they have a Velo. A Velo is a newer um airline
Airline
or
inside of New
whatever.
Haven.
And what they're doing is their flights, they got straight through flights from Atlanta straight into Connecticut. And I know that's not New York, but they got some like you could find some. They had like a round trip for like $65.
Yeah, fact.
They had so you got to look, pick and choose the dates and times you want to go. You could check out the calendar and you see what's what, and then you either take the train into the city or you could drive into the city, but it'll be cheaper. And then you probably ain't gonna stay unless you got, I mean, because they hotel prices, they not cheap. You could find something cheaper on Groupon, but that's still gonna run you like 200-300 a night. So you're probably gonna be staying in Connecticut anyway.
Yeah, Trav, do not call yourself staying. I don't even know your money situation, but do
Just
not
if
call
you're gonna
yourself staying in
go,
New
hit
York.
us up and we'll tell you
Yeah,
how to go
do
about
not
doing it
do not call
the
yourself
cheap
staying
way.
in New York. You know what I'm saying? If you, Trav, I promise you this, brother. I promise you this.
A Velo
Yeah,
airport. Just yeah.
Trav, I promise you, brother. If you make it down,
A V who? A V ho. A
if you make
Velo.
it down to Connecticut or New York, right? Hit me up. I am going to
I
meet
would
you
travel
somewhere.
back. Yeah, I would
I
definitely
am
do
going
that.
to meet you somewhere, and we gonna explore together. You know what I'm saying? But listen, you got to come down this direction because anybody that come to my state near my area, I'm gonna host you. I promised you that. I promise you. If you call me and let me know where you at, I'm gonna meet you. When I got to about when I got to Alabama, we went to exactly where Bella said to go, and it wasn't given for me. But again,
Did
you know,
y'all catch them open next time? Like, did y'all ever make
didn't
it?
didn't waste my time. I looked in the window while they was closed, and I knew I didn't want to be there when they was open. You know what I'm saying? Like
OMG.
I just looked in the
Something is wrong
window.
with you.
It's not like listen on some real shit. There's a couple of things I want to say. Then I'm gonna put Alabama to rest. Okay, so I looked at the window, and the window was dusty, right? So
Yikes.
so I'm like, either this place is closing or on its way to being closed. So I'm like, I appreciate the big up, but I don't think I'm coming back, right? As I walked the strip, it wasn't giving, bamboo vibe, right? So I was like, yo, I'm a Waffle House nigga. Back to the Waffle House for me.
Oh my
You feel me?
god.
Then there was another place. Then there was another place that I went to.
Avis says send the subscription. Send Nooch the subscription. What subscription, Avis?
So then there was another place I went to, but this is in Connecticut because I don't want y'all to think that it's just, I just do this in other people's place. I went to another place in Connecticut and I seen a roach crawl crawling in the window, you know what I'm saying, by the
Thank you, Ash.
by the beef patties. And I said, yeah, I'm never coming back
By the
here.
patties. That's
I,
diabolical.
I
Because
looked at
it's hot. They got the hot case. So
I
if he's
get it.
running around next to all of the heat right there,
I
the roach
looked at
has been
I
living
look
in there for a long time.
I looked at the owner and I said, so you gonna act like you don't see that? Like I don't see it. I
We
said,
not have roaches.
I told her, I said, yeah, I don't want the beef patty. Let me get the sawfish gnocchi, and then
You
I'm out.
still ordered?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I grew up with roaches, my nigga. I just won't
Yeah,
eat
but
there
that don't mean
again.
I'm gonna pay to eat like
I'm just not. I just won't eat. I just won't eat there again. But let's move on from there, man. There's something that I wanna tell.
Avis, just send him the link to this video, and then when he sees matter of opinions on the bottom corner, have him click it, and it'll bring him to our page. He can click subscribe from there. Okay.
So wait,
Yeah.
there's just something I want to say, man, and I want to get this
Is
off
this
my.
your rant?
we could you could make it my rant.
Okay,
I
let's
don't really
make
give
it
a
your
fuck.
rant.
So there's something I want to say, man, and fellas, I witnessed something over the vacation that I want you guys to pay attention to. Whenever your woman in your life tell you that niggas ain't hollering at her, don't believe that shit. Don't believe it. Because she's entertaining niggas. You know what I'm saying? And at any time, your girl could describe the car that the nigga was in that was hollering at her, she also took his fucking number. You know what I'm
Wait,
saying?
what?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's without a doubt. Whenever she could sit and say, "Oh yeah, babe, this nigga was trying to holler at me, but I was brushing him off. He was in a red Corvette, da 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 da, woom woom woom." The bitch entertained.
Just because she can describe the
Oh
car.
yeah, oh yeah, because a bitch that really ain't fucking with you ain't fucking with you. She gonna keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? The
So if he
energy,
drove off and she saw the vehicle,
nah. I'm
mm.
telling you, right now, if a chick could tell me, oh, if Tamika came to me and was like, oh, a nigga in the red truck trying to holler at me, boom, 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 I'm be like, so you paid that much attention to the nigga? Like the
Because
fuck,
she saw the color and that it was a truck?
keep fucking moving.
No, because
Listen,
that's a double standard. Because then
it's
if
not,
we be like, oh, I don't know what kind of
it's
car they were
not.
in. Oh, you got to pay attention to
Yo,
surroundings.
listen,
That's not
listen, what
safe. What you mean? You
fellas.
don't know what color. You don't know what type of
First of
car.
all,
What if this dude come
fe-
back? What if he was stalking you?
fellas, fellas, listen to what I'm telling y'all. B. I learned. Me and my man learned over the weekend that these chicks is lying. That these
Well, here,
chicks
okay.
swear.
What
Hold
group
on,
of women were you hanging around?
hold on, hold on. Me and my man. This is my rant. Me and my man
I'm
learned over.
asking questions.
Me and my man learned over the weekend that these heifers is lying, bro. That they sit and act like they ain't entertaining these hoes, these niggas, and at the end of the day, they are. You know what I'm saying, fellas? Let me tell y'all something, man.
It's
On
just
some
not
real,
safe to just be
on,
oblivious to
on
a
some real,
person, especially as a female. These
fellas,
dudes be trying some
fellas,
stuff. So the least you could say if something were to
fellas.
happen, oh, it was a dude and he was
Nah,
white, black, Asian, whatever it was, and he drove
fellas,
off in a red pickup truck. I don't know, or maybe it was a Chevy, if you know
fellas,
like the emblem or whatever, but you got to have some type of description. You can't be
fellas,
in La La Land and you out in these streets by yourself and a guy approaches you in a vehicle and you just you don't have to entertain him, you don't have to say a word, but bitch, you better see what type of vehicle it was.
fellas. Let me just tell y'all this on some real shit. Dead ass, dead ass. Me and my man experienced this over the weekend, and I'm telling y'all on some real shit. All these heifers talking about ain't nobody hollering at me, da 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 da. I ain't interested in nobody. My loyalty all to you, da 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 da. They a fucking lie on some real shit.
No,
And I'm gonna tell you fellas this, and I mean this cold heartedly on some real shit. No,
cold-heartedly.
wholeheartedly.
Mm.
Yo, know the female that you deal with on some real shit. If she a hoe, she a hoe. Leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to wife these hoes on some real shit because they will stab you in your back. And I'm telling you, me and my man seen this shit for for ourselves. And
Trav
so
says, and if she say he ugly, she still will f him.
oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm trying to tell. I just seen. I'm telling you, we just experienced it, and I'm like, man, she made it seem like she wasn't giving old boy no play, and sure enough, who we bump into, nigga. I'm telling you,
They
if
are, Sheila, they
oh,
are.
they know they are. I'm telling you, yo, I'm telling you right now on some real
Chronicles,
shit.
it's very important. So Chronicles says it's important to pay attention to detail.
Now
What is
it's
going to happen?
listen. If you walking and somebody hollering at you, right? Yo, it ain't nothing to you to just be like, yo, I ain't interested, and you keep it moving.
I don't
What's the
say
what's
nothing.
what's
That's the thing. I'm not saying
exactly
anything,
so
but at the end of
so
the day,
what's the
at the
likelihood
end
what's the
at the end of
likelihood
the
of a nigga
day,
grabbing you, throwing you in his car? It's not
the
gonna
thing
happen.
is these niggas is unhinged. You don't
Nah,
know. At the
man,
end
listen,
of the day, here's the thing. If somebody was stalking you and you just try to put blinders on, oh, I don't see it, I don't see it, I don't see it, how you gonna know if it's the same nigga stalking you or not?
fellas, I'm telling y'all on some real shit.
No. I'm
They
gonna
say
look.
They
I'm
act
gonna
like they
out the
act
corner
like
of
they
my
ain't
eye. I'm
interested,
not
but
gonna
they are.
respond.
But
I'm
they
not
are.
gonna respond. But
They
I
are.
definitely will be like, okay, because I gotta see what this. I gotta see. I got to see. I gotta know what's going on.
Man, listen.
So he got on a black hoodie. He had on a poo shiesty. He had on,
Where you
black
at when
ones.
niggas
I
just
don't
walk
know
around with shiesties?
what blue hat, Trav. Where my blue
Fellas,
hat at?
fellas, do yourself a favor. You know what I'm saying? Know the whole you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Know who you dealing with because
Right, Ash. We can look and be
everybody
aware.
everybody acting like they so loyal. You know what I'm saying? And they not. They're not loyal at all. You know what I'm saying? So just know who you're around, man. That's all I can say. You know what I'm saying? I value y'all too much, especially as men. You know what I'm saying? Because our women, my wife included, will make it seem like, oh, ain't nobody ever trying to holler at me, da 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 da. And then sure enough, you driving by and she pulled up somewhere she was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And
Travis, I just that went over my head, bro. That went over my head. So yeah, it's not cat. I'm gonna figure out.
yeah,
I'm gonna
fact.
figure out who the fuck because these people is crazy. And the same thing, chicks be coming up to me asking me if I'm gay. Now I gotta watch you too because I don't know what your intentions are. I gotta see because at the end of the day, you could call the police if something happened. And when you got no description, you got nothing. They're gonna okay, so you just wanted to see my face at this point because what are they gonna do for you? What are they gonna do? You
What's
don't
the
have
likelihood?
nothing.
So what's the likelihood of somebody doing
I
something
almost
to you
got
after
snatched.
they?
I literally almost got snatched. Me and a friend got off the bus, and this dude was getting out the car, and he was like, "Oh hey, we didn't say nothing." He walked around the other side of the car, so we linked arms, and then he was like, "Hey," he said, "Hey again." So we pick up our pace. Bro, start picking up his pace. We bent that corner and he started running. We took flight. But I bet you I knew what the nigga was wearing. It was dark outside. He had a white tee, some dark blue jeans on, and some white ups. I bet
Look,
you he was a black male. I'll be able to say
if
that. So
if
go
he
look at
would
those cameras and stuff and see that description.
if he would have
I couldn't be
snatched
like,
you,
oh, let me not see. Let me not see.
fellas, all I could tell y'all is, yo, these hoes scream they loyal. They not.
It
They
be
not.
yeah.
They outside. They outside.
Okay. It
And
sounds like you're projecting. Sounds like
no,
you're projecting.
they outside. I'm telling you. Telling
Okay.
you. Oh shit. All right, so what's up? What's good with y'all?
So okay, mind over matter, right? So it goes all into the like mental health stuff or whatever, and then, I was talking to one of the ladies who was saying like, oh, she's pregnant and she's getting an epidural and she is gonna try to see like she'll try to see if she could deal with the pain for a little bit, but then if not, she's gonna ask for a C-section if it gets to a certain point because she's not strong enough. And my thing is like we had the whole conversation about like I did natural with no medication both times for both of my deliveries, and I don't have a high pain tolerance. I thought I was gonna die towards the end right before they not die, but like I'm like this ain't gonna work. It's not possible. The baby ain't gonna come out. It's not gonna fit. We need to just go ahead cut me open. But it was because it was right there. But in my mind, I told myself that I could do it, and it's a true like it's a fact that if you believe you can, then you can. If you believe you can't, then you can't. Whatever your mind tells you that you can or will do, or this is happening, that's exactly what it is. Your mind is literally one of the most powerful tools that you have to you. So then that was that. Then I seen this video on TikTok, which I'm gonna have Sean pull up in a second, that this girl pulled the prank on her husband, and she pretended like she was gonna pour boiling water on him, and his mind thought that the water was hot. And once he came to reality, it was one thing, but he literally had all the motions. You could play the sound on this one, honey. all the motions for, was that your ring or was that our ring?
That was
Whose
yours.
chime was that?
That's yours.
That's Sean's. That's crazy. So anyway, if you believe you can, then you can. And the thing is, if you keep saying you can't, you can't in your head, you're going subconsciously, whether you go into something saying you can't, your brain is just gonna keep telling you you can't. And then you're just gonna fail. You gotta like fake it till you make it, in a sense. Like you gotta keep, yeah, I got this, until you start believing it enough. Till you then you do have it. You gotta, but your mind is a powerful tool. We're gonna let him play this video.
Oh,
He thought he was getting boiled alive, like, because his mind told him that it was hot. And so in his mind, his skin bubbling, he got third degree burns. Like, see, his mind told him it was hot, so therefore it was hot.
well, I mean, that's a natural reaction. In the
Yeah, it's a natural, yeah.
beginning, in the
But then he
beginning,
kept flipping out off the
once he
couch.
cooled down and realized, hold on, ain't nothing really burning me. I mean, like
No,
that's
it
the
didn't
natural
happen
reaction
that
to flip
instant.
out.
It took a little minute. He even was pulling back, talking about kicking
Yeah, that's
out
to
his
make sure the
leg.
shirt don't burn on you.
Yeah, but you felt it was cold water. You felt instantly like, okay, the first reaction, like, oh, that's hot. But as soon as it touched you and you realize it's not hot, that there's immediate, like, oh, it's not hot. It don't burn. It's not hot. So, but his mind convinced him that it was. It took a second for his brain and reality, the nerves and all that to register, like, oh, nigga, this wasn't hot at all. This wasn't hot.
That's a natural
Yeah,
reaction.
but do you see how delayed it was? Because his mind convinced him that it was hot. He saw steam, so he just knew it was hot. I mean, I love the prank. I debated if I wanted to pull it on Sean, but I thought I would get more. He gave me the evil that stare, but I thought I would get more out of it by showing it on the live. Because I be pranking him all the time, and he hates it, but I love it. But anyway,
I honestly tell you, pranks will not work on me. They just
what
don't.
you mean it will not work on you?
Because I don't be giving a fuck about nothing. So if you pour something on, I don't. You pour something on me, I'm just gonna be like, oh, that's some fucked up shit. That they don't work. Not on me.
All right,
Ever.
now I got to think of something.
You could think of whatever you want. It's not gonna
Oh,
work.
but that twerking video got you.
Or twerking video. What twerking video?
When we had, when we had turned you to do the twerk and the AI generated you twerking,
Oh, that wasn't a prank on me.
it was. You were surprised.
Nah, you just had my face and you put it on somebody that was twerking. That ain't
No,
no
it
prank
was
on me.
AI
You
used
took,
your picture
you literally
and put
took a
it.
picture of me and put it on somebody that was twerking. That ain't no
No,
prank
that's
on
not
me.
how that works. It was your picture and they used your imaged body and made it twerk.
I knew I wasn't. I knew I had no time in my life I've ever did that.
I didn't say. You sound
Yeah,
real old.
yeah, I knew.
You
I knew at no
sound
time
old.
in
That's
my
not
life I
how it
did that.
works.
I mean, it ain't like I was like, where'd you get that video from? I'm like, oh, so y'all done generated some shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, that ain't no prank on me. Pranks don't work on bamboo.
Oh, okay.
You could come to
Okay.
me and be like, oh, such and such just died. I'm be like, yeah, that's fucked up. You ain't gonna get me falling. Oh, never, never. I never.
Yeah, I don't think stuff like that is pranks though. Like you don't joke
Halloween
about.
scaring me and shit like that. That shit don't work. Not
Mm.
on me because I don't give a fuck about pretty much nothing. A lot of shit.
You had it right the first time.
Yeah, I really don't give a fuck about nothing. So you coming to me on some prank shit? Yeah, that's not gonna work.
Now, there's another way that mind over matter can go in a positive way. Like you tell yourself you could be the best, you can be number one. Sean's gonna pull up a video of this kid who graduated high school. And he has, I think he said 2 degrees. He got his high school diploma, 2 degrees, or maybe it was three. I don't know. He wrote it in the caption. But I just love to see black excellence. If you tell yourself you could do something, you could do it. And I think he was summa cum laude too. So he was
You
top.
you you
What?
do know that there's no difference between the person that say they can and the person that say they can't.
Right.
If
Your
yeah,
mind is the difference. That's
yeah,
it. This is my whole point. If
if you
you
tell,
tell yourself you can and you believe it, then you can. You can
I
do
mean, to a
anything.
certain degree, I mean, don't fuck around and get on the building and tell yourself you can fly. I mean, I'm telling you, gravity gonna prove you wrong every time. But to a
But
certain
if you
degree,
tell yourself, "Hey, I can invent something that will help us have the ability to fly with I don't know some fucking something," and you engineer it, you test it out, you can do. I just feel like you could do whatever you put your mind to.
I mean, pretty
So,
much. I mean,
see, I think it was 3 degrees. See, that's a flex right there. Look at all his honors cords and stuff. I love it. Love, 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 love
and
it.
I bet you $100 to a donut during his speech. He was like, "I want to thank my mom. She did the best that she could." Da da da. I bet you $1,000. He never mentioned his dad. I
I
bet you
mean, who
$1,000.
knows? Maybe he had a two-parent household. Maybe if he didn't mention his dad, maybe
Even
his
if
dad wasn't
even
there.
if he had a dad in the house, he didn't mention him. And if he did, he mentioned him last.
Something
Guaranteed.
is wrong with you. You
Fellas,
are you are a very
Mother's Day,
pessimistic person.
Mother's Day was just Sunday, right? And happy
Mhm.
belated Mother's Day to
You
whoever I
you
missed.
late. Ashley already done gave us the Happy Mother's Day
I don't care
wishes.
about none of that. You should have got it for Sunday. If I get you happy, I gave it to you at all. The people that got it on Sunday for me, those are the people that deserve it. There's mothers that's out there that I didn't
You
text
didn't send
at
it to
all.
me on Sunday.
You's a goddamn lie.
I know,
You's
I
a
know.
goddamn lie. There's certain people that didn't get a Mother's Day, Happy Mother's Day to me because I didn't think them bitches deserved it at all. Yeah, at all. So it didn't. But for me to mention it, it's a good thing because I already know Father's Day is in June,
Mhm.
and I already know. Oh Lord, men ain't gonna get the praise we supposed to get. We not gonna get the gifts we supposed to get. We not gonna get the dinner. I'm telling you right now. I'm putting my shit on the internet right now.
Thank you, Trav.
Yeah, Trav, listen.
My honey got his stuff.
Trav, you my guy, but I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Anything past the day, don't mention it to me. If you call me after my birthday, don't even tell me happy birthday. I don't want it. If you call me after Father's Day, oh happy belated, don't no belated means dead. Don't no don't no don't hit me up with it later. You know what I'm saying?
Belated means dead is
To
crazy.
me, oh happy belated. You know what I'm saying? Oh she was a belated mother. No, that means they're gone. It's gone. No, it's over for me. You feel me? Like I normally don't give people happy belated Mother's Day. I just don't. If you get listen, and anybody that didn't get a Mother's Day call from me, don't give a fuck. I just didn't think you deserved it. Do better this year, and I might put you on the bamboo list. I'm like Santa. I might put you on the list. If you didn't get the call, that means you didn't fucking deserve it. You feel me? I did, and let me keep it 100.
Word, John.
Let me keep it 100 with you. No, every day ain't Mother's Day. That's a goddamn lie. But let me keep it 100 with you. I didn't forget
Parents
nobody.
every day.
I didn't forget nobody. Let's just, be like, oh,
No,
I forgot.
you know how you get. You go to work and your coworkers be like, "Bamboo," and you're gonna be like, "Hey, I would like to offer an
I
apology.
no,
There
not me.
was this
Not me.
coworker. She's actually a
Not
great
me.
mother, and I
Not
wasn't
me.
thinking, but I
If
did
I didn't,
forget
if
about her.
not
And
me, if I didn't
so,
think about you on Mother's Day, I didn't think
Jane
about you on Mother's
Doe
Day.
from
That
Stamford, Connecticut, I would like to
absolutely not.
say I apologize.
Not me.
She one of the dopest
I
mothers
bet you
I
won't get one.
know,
Never.
and
All the
this was
dopest
not
mothers I
no
all the
just
dopest
because I
mothers that I know got
forgot
a Mother's Day.
doesn't mean that she wasn't a good mom. It's just, I had a lot going on, and so I just would like to throw
All
that
right, so
shout out and give an
let me.
apology to her
All right, so
because
you right. You right. Let me clear this up.
she's top 10 best mothers on the planet.
You
She up there
you
with
right.
Mary and Joseph with them.
You right. Let me clear this up to y'all right now. Let me clear this up for y'all right now. I was on
OMG.
I was on vacation on Mother's Day. I had a very long time to think about everybody that was getting the Mother's Day, the Happy Mother's Day thing, and anybody that didn't get it, I did not forget you. I was at a clear mind. I will not. I will not send.
He gonna be saying apologies. We gonna seek.
Not me. Not me. Not
Did
me.
you? Okay, we gonna see come
Because
Friday how your week went.
and
Yeah,
because
dude. He goes like, yeah. And
and
Shaquita Jones
because
told me that
and
I ain't tell
because
wish her happy Mother's Day, and her baby
okay
stay with Jordans every day of the week. He got a new pair
and
out before they even
and
drop.
because
He got a new pair.
hold on,
Best mother.
where my phone at? Oh, my phone right. Listen, I got my list of people, right, that send me happy birthdays, right? I got it in my notes. These are the people that sent me a happy birthday, right? Then I got people that sent me a happy Father's Day, right? So those people I went down the
Avis, you a
line.
mom? I didn't even think about Avis being a mom. You got kids? How many kids you got, Avis?
Thank God one.
Oh, you almost
Thank
made me
God one.
snort.
Thank God one. She did an
Now you
excellent
almost
job.
if I had water, like if I was getting ready to drink, that would have came out my nose. I felt
Thank
it.
God
It was
one.
nothing.
She no. I'm a firm believer in you have as many kids as you can provide for, and as many kids as you can love. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but
Provide for, right? Not just
provide for.
love, because love don't pay
Provide
bills
for.
or feed.
No, provide for. I don't believe you should have more kids than you can provide for, and more kids that you can love. So that was one of the questions that Anne Marie had wanted me to talk about with the whole Nick Cannon situation. That
Okay,
to
so
me
that's a
is
good topic.
hold on. That to me is trash.
We'll
But
save that. We'll save it. That's actually a good one.
so let's make this clear. I got a list of people that wished me a happy birthday on August 30th. If you did not wish me a happy birthday, your birthday came around and I did not wish you a happy birthday. I promise you that. Father's Day. If you did not wish me a happy Father's Day when Mother's Day came around, I did not wish you a happy Mother's Day. I'm at the point where I gotta be this fucking petty because I am extremely disappointed in some of the people that's in my circle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at the point where I'm tired of just giving, doing, and then when it's your turn, it's just like, oh well, I forgot. Nah, fuck that. We gonna forget. We gonna
Yeah.
forget together. So yeah,
Well,
yeah.
so
So
since
Rudy, you
we
right.
since
You,
since we talking about that, I want to throw in the fact that for me, if you ain't chilling with me, calling me, we ain't chopping it up while I'm alive. Don't come to the funeral saying the last words. Whatever our last conversation was, that was the last words. My corpse don't need to hear it. My ashes don't need to hear
yeah,
it. I don't want to hear it. Say that shit for somebody who want. If we ain't speaking now in life, I don't want to speak to you in
you
death. Don't show up to the funeral for closure for you, cause
the,
bitch, the door is closed.
the
I'm
second
gonna haunt
person.
you.
You gonna
That's
be the
it.
second person standing up for reflections.
Right. I
Oh
don't
yeah,
got
I
nothing
want
else. Nothing to reflect on. If you
facts.
couldn't reflect with me while I'm living and create these memories, whether we fell out, we had beef, whatever the case may be, whatever you have to get off your chest, say it while I could respond and hear it and appreciate it and
Facts.
have all this. Not when I'm fucking laying there like this
Cross your arms,
and
cause we
then got
crossing
shit.
your arms. We crossing your arms without a
You gonna
doubt.
cross them like this, or we
Oh,
gonna put
fact.
them like this? Gang gang.
I hate people that got their arms laid straight to the side and shit. Yeah,
Business
nigga. Yeah,
military.
nigga. Cross your arms, act like you gonna
No,
guard somebody.
put one up. Put one up like I'm doing a sexy pose, like Rose from the
No, no.
Titanic.
So I knew you was gonna take it too far.
When she
I knew
put
you was
this,
gonna
but
take it too far.
put a big emerald on my finger like
I
this.
knew you was gonna take it
But
too
I
far.
want you to pose this finger like this, right? I want it to be
Yeah.
like this.
How my man said, man, when I die, I
But
want people to bury me upside down so people could kiss my ass.
listen, I don't want nothing. If we didn't talk in life while I'm living, if the last time we talked was 5 years ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 6 months ago, whatever, keep that same energy. Cause I promise you, when the lights start flickering and shit, yeah, bitch, that's me.
Yeah,
That's
but
me
I'm gonna
because
keep
why are you here?
But I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 on some real
Don't
shit.
cross
Like
your arms, Ash. You want to be like this?
I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Like you ain't even gotta wait for me to die not fucking talk to me. We can not talk
No,
while I'm
you
alive.
don't. Right. But this is what I'm
We
saying.
can.
Don't now suddenly want to have all this stuff to say because I'm dead. If you didn't have all this stuff to say when I'm living, don't
Yeah.
have shit to say when I'm dead.
I'm
You
at. I'm
know?
at. The, I'm at the point, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Being
Well,
52.
wait, John. What you mean it's not Christian? Like, let them speak. Speak your truth. The time to speak
No,
your
nah,
truth is now. If
nah,
I got a problem with you,
nah.
John, right now. If I got a problem with you right now, John, the time to say something to you is right now. You're living,
Yeah.
whether it could
Speak to
be
me now. Give me my flowers now.
like, hey, I'm proud of the things you did, or hey, I didn't like how you spoke and addressed me on live. Whatever it is. You say it now. I'm alive. I'm breathing. Not when I'm in a hospital bed, beat the fuck up on my way out. Not when I'm gone, like I'm literally deceased. The time to talk and say something is now. If it's so compelling and pressing that you felt the need to show up to my funeral and you haven't seen me or heard from me in I don't know how long, then it was pressing enough for you to say it while you were here.
Listen, let me keep it 100 with you.
Right, I
This,
do. I answer the phone. So here's the thing. I'm in an era and I've accepted. So before I used to answer, I used to text, I used to do all this stuff. Then I got pregnant and then it went downhill, right? Then with the whole postpartum depression, all that stuff, it was overwhelming to respond to unnecessary shit. So then I kind of got to the point where if it's just bullshit and drama and just whatever, I'm not rushing to respond to that. But if you say, "Hey, I need you," or "Hey, what's up?" I'm there. Whether you call or you text, you say, "Hey, I need to talk. What's up? Where you at?" Whatever. You're going to get a response because I know, all right, this is not bullshit. This is the real deal. I have very limited energy reserves for extra stuff. So before I waste it on dumb shit, if you need a vent, okay, cool. Tell me, hey, I want to talk to you. Let's vent, whatever the case may be. I will put that part of the reserves for that. I'm just not doing it for all this extra stuff. I'm just not. I'm sorry with the arguing and drama. It ain't gonna happen. You ain't gonna get that from me. I'll just look, the phone ringing, pick it up. If you on the drama, every time I talk to you, you talking shit about people, all this and that. No, I don't got time for it. I don't want to hear it. I'm sorry, I don't.
well,
So
I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? At being 52, I'm mourning some people now, and they still alive. I'm mourning
it's
them now.
not hiding everything under the
I
postpartum
used to try
thing.
to,
The thing
try to
is, postpartum is very real. It's so real that this Mother's Day here, so Sean was away for work and I was here with my kids. And I had a pretty emotional, stressful day. So Mother's Day, like I pushed through for the sake of my kids. So like because where we were it was raining, so we didn't really get to do outside. We wanted to do a picnic at the park and whatever. Like that's something that we had planned. And so what we did was we stayed in. We had pizza. We did a movie. We played games. We snuggled because that's my daughter. She loves snuggling. So we did all that in-house stuff. But it was a very hard, stressful day because I'm not completely over the postpartum hump. And while I would love to say that I'm there, there's not an excuse or something like, oh yeah, I just love, like nobody wants to be depressed. If you're truly depressed and you're not just saying it just to be saying it, it just is what it is. Nobody signs up for this shit. It's been almost 7 years that I've been in this state. And it's just been, I mean, I made progress, so I can't say that I haven't. But at the end of the day, it just is what it is. And, so, hey, listen, so he had to work. So it wasn't his choice. He had to work. So yeah, so it's not his fault. He's the breadwinner. He got to pay the bills, baby. If they say you got to go here, that's where you going, and that's what it is. We ain't gonna miss out on no money for no fake holiday because I mean he could celebrate me any day. So it's just happened to be on that particular day. I was feeling like a bad mom. And so it just wasn't, it's a whole cycle. And then I'm an overthinker. So when you add that, it's just not a good, it's not a good look. But yeah, I will pull up on you if I'm reaching out to you and you're not responding to me. and I care about you, I'm going to pull up. I'm gonna pull up, and that's just that. So,
And big ups to the people out there that lost their moms. You know what I'm saying? Mother, trust me, Mother's Day is a hard day for us. You know
hmm
what I'm saying? And the crazy part about it is we got to push through because there's people out there that still deserve to celebrate Mother's Day, even though your mother's gone. You know what I mean? You still got to push through it. You still got to, you know what I'm saying? You got to tell your wife Happy Mother's Day. You got to tell your kids Happy Mother's Day. You got to send out all these little texts and all this. And I'm going to be honest with you, man, just because I really don't give a fuck, you know, people that, you know what I'm saying, sending me pictures with them out with their mother at breakfast, man. Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about you and your mother eating pancakes, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be happy. Be happy I didn't block you after that. You know what I'm saying? You and your moms had a good time. Enjoy y'all motherfucking day, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to rub the shit in my face, nigga. What I'm gonna do is pour syrup over this urn. Like, motherfuckers, oh yo, man, me and mom's out on Mother's Day, man. Fuck you and your mother, nigga. I don't give a fuck about none of that. So, and you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? I took that as a spit in the face, but you know who you are. I told you already, man. Fuck you and your mother.
but do you think that they weren't thinking? Like it
Nah,
wasn't intentional. Like it was like, oh yeah, me and my mom's we're gonna go eat. Not thinking like,
yeah, but like nigga, like anybody that lived in I try to find what I'm saying, the relevance. Anybody that lived in New York on 9/11, I don't call them like, oh yo, 9/11. I don't do that. Like I know it's a hard day for them. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? So the same thing, people that lost their mom and people that lost their dad, like on Mother's Day and Father's Day, man, I don't really give a fuck about y'all sending me pictures of you and the people having a good time. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I mean? You sending me pictures, oh, da 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 da. Me and mom's out at Chips, we having pancakes and shit. All right, fuck y'all, nigga. Matter of fact, I'm blocking you for the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I ain't even go on Facebook because I ain't want to see nobody shit having a good time with their moms. And here I gotta sit over here and talk to my mom through a urn. Hell no. Fuck that. So anybody that send me their pictures about you and your mom, man, fuck you and your mom. I don't give a fuck about none of that. We'll see when you get to my place where I'm at, where your mom's is going, then we'll have a real conversation. You know what I'm saying? I really don't, what I'm saying, care to see nobody having a good time with their mother. I really don't.
yeah, yeah,
Especially sending me pictures like rubbing the shit in my face, nigga. You know
yeah,
what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So,
Yeah.
next time you send me a picture of you and your moms, I'm gonna send you a picture of your girl and me. So
I
with
knew.
yeah, I mean, like I said, man, like it's certain things I don't play with. You know what I'm saying? I took losing my mom hard. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't saying me and my mom had the best of times, but we had times. You know what I'm saying? So for somebody to sit there and be like, oh yo, oh my mother's this, my mother that, da da da, my mom's a great mom. All right, nigga. We shared that before. I'm willing to keep rehashing that shit, nigga. You know what I
hmm
mean? So, it's just certain shit I just don't on Mother's Day I don't do. I normally I would just be like, I won't respond to nobody
hmm
because I'm in my feelings. I'm hurt.
So this is progress.
But at the end of the day, I don't care about nobody moms, man. On some real shit. But the pictures, don't send me that shit. I don't care about none of that.
hmm
So with that being said, man, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, I started a new route. I no longer start at, 4 in the morning. I now start at 3:37 in the morning.
Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah. But I get off at 12:45 though. You feel me? So it is what it is. So with that being said, you know what I'm
We'll
saying?
say the second portion about prom because it's prom season. We'll talk about that on Friday. So
All right. So with that being said, yo, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.
tell a friend to tell a friend to what, BM?
Tell another friend that know a few more friends. And Anne Marie, I hope this video was pretty good to you because I think my cousin was at a minimum. You feel me? So I hope it was a little bit better for you. I didn't feel like myself, but I guess it's something I get used to. But until then, yo, we out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll holler at y'all on
We'll
Friday. I
see you
promise
guys
y'all.
later.
I
We gotta hit
promise
y'all with
y'all
the
I'll
red
come to
button.
y'all Friday with way more energy. But this is a weekend after Mother's Day, and my energy ain't really there. So with that
We
being
gonna
said,
get it up on Friday. We gonna hit y'all with the red button and the swirl. Oh
yeah,
wait, no, I think we changed it from the swirl, but we definitely gonna hit y'all with the red button.
definitely hit him with
Um,
the red button.
and we gonna see y'all on Friday, and then we'll amp up
My
his.
new drink. This
We
my
we
new
probably
drink.
we probably gonna want to dumb it down, but we'll see. Later,
That's right.
guys.
Later, hit him
Sisters,
with the red button, Sean, or
red
whatever
button.
button you're hitting him with to hang up on.